Yeah. See, I'm a St. Louis nigga, a money go getter. No matter how I look,
Yeah, we back up in this motherfucker, baby. We are here. This is week motherfucking 2 of the world. Listen, shout out to all my STL niggas. 314 all day. This is what we do. Shout out to the North Side niggas, the 20th and breathing niggas, the Water Tyrone Grand. We fucks with them. Shout out to all my East Side niggas, the 618, home of the motherfucking pink slip out there in Brooklyn. When you down here, go get it, go holler at the girl. Southside niggas, them State Street niggas, them 27 Mac niggas, them great motherfucking niggas, all them niggas down there. That West Side, that Bill life, baby, that's where it's at. That's where it's Southern High School, that's where it's at. Hillsdale, can't forget the H's, throw your H's up 67-6869. We here. Shout out to all those that jumped in and got away with it. We out here. Y'all niggas ain't cut from my cloth because they stopped making my fabric. All day, every day. From my hood to yours, 314 St. Louis. This is week 16. Week round 2 of the motherfucking playoffs. Thursday morning pre-cap, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give a shout out to my co-host, Roy from the Rankins crew.
Boom. Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. Y'all don't really want it now. That shirt is a fag shirt. You gay.
Wow.
Hope we gonna get kicked off the earth for saying you're a fag with a gay shirt on, but you're a fag with a gay shirt on.
I wore the shirt especially for you.
It didn't work for me.
Yes, read it. It says, Mary, go fuck yourself. Mary, go fuck yourself. So I wore this especially for you with your puss ass. Shut the fuck up. I'm your dog ass nigga. Mary, go fuck yourself. Merry Christmas to everybody.
You know,
fuck him over there.
You know, today is the 18th.
Yes. It's a week before Christmas. Okay. Anyway, shout out to our sponsors.
Hey, who made you wear that shirt?
Shut the fuck up. Shout out to our sponsors, 5026 North Broadway, owned and operated by the homie El Patron, Moan. Shout out to Moan. He has another location, Dr. J's, at Page of Vandervent, managed and operated by the homie Rico.
They would never wear a shirt like
that. And shout out to BC Plumbers, the homie of Lil Petey, a.k.a. Anthony Clark.
Lil Petey will wear
I'll holler at him to all your residential and commercial needs.
Lil Petey would definitely wear a shirt like that.
I know that was coming. And shout out to Big L. DJ Big L. Where this bar mitzvahs, you going in, you going out, got a promotion, she got an abortion, whatever it is, holler at the homie DJ Big L.
Got an abortion?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever you celebrate.
So you gonna hire a DJ for an abortion?
If that's what they want to do. Listen, right now, we are in week 16, round 2. 4 of us left. World Boss versus Team Commish. The Ass Kickers versus Hurricane Walker. I am going to allow you to start off. Pick whatever game you want to go to, and I'm gonna follow up. I want to see where you stand in this.
All right, so I want to do something a little different. I want to do something that I came up with or all by myself. This is my own thing. It's not related to anything the show has ever done. I want to talk about the losers.
Ooh. The losers of this week or the losers all the way back?
Just in general. Something that I came up
I'll follow. This is your segment. I fucks with it. I'm going to pull these motherfuckers up.
About this.
I
said, you never thought about this.
No, really?
Now I want to say, this is a very tough lead to the guys that didn't make it. Great job on you guys. I want to let y'all know. Great job.
Wow, this is
League loves you. Let's start off, and I just want to give some words of encouragement to some of my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off with New York City Matrix.
Let's start with New York City Matrix. You want me to do? I need to pull up anything, or you got everything you need?
I got everything I need.
All right.
You suck.
Damn.
You are a terrible owner. Can't wait to see you next year. Even though you probably won't be on the South schedule, you still suck ass.
Oh,
Broad Street Bully Foots. Can't wait to see you come back. I
can I
already
say
talked to
something
you
about the homie said before you move on to
line.
Broad Street? Can I say something about the homie said? Say
We're
it.
gonna make this quick.
Yeah. Homie said, I defended you as best as I could all year, but you got to do better. But you're not ass. You wanted a fourth filer. Because at the end of the day, if you ass, it's a motherfucker that I'm going to talk about later that's ass. Continue. Broad Street Bully Foots.
Said is one of the worst owners Said is the worst owner in this league.
Mm.
So for you to say he not ass shows your biasness towards
You.
it's
Okay.
Said one of the worst owners in this league.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
The worst owner.
No.
Okay, so you telling me
One of the worst? Yes.
No, Said is the worst owner.
You said that. You said that about Hurricane Walker.
No, because Said superseded him and made sure he held down his fucking spot. Why Said didn't make the playoffs?
Because he didn't drop people he should have.
What's the percentage point that Said didn't make the playoffs in? Was it less than a point?
Yeah, I want to say it was a 0.6.
Okay. And he left how many people out of his lineup that could have been in there? At least 5?
0.7 exactly is what he lost by.
At least 5?
Yes.
So you don't think that qualifies you as the worst owner?
Not the worst.
Why not? Tell me something that's worse than what he did.
I believe it's tanking. It's my
but a tanking, but you admit a tanking help Linux.
Yeah.
So Linux improved his team by tanking, but you telling me what Said did, it ain't worse?
I've agreed that he's one of the worst.
Are you saying what Said did ain't worse?
I'm not gonna say he's the worst. I'm not gonna go there.
Are you saying what Said did in week 14 with the division on the line?
Mm-hmm. That was a dumbass move.
But tanking is worse. So you telling me tanking is worse?
No. What I'll say this is a tanking. I'm saying no. Tanking, you're making a conscious effort.
He made a conscious effort.
Please let me finish. You're making a conscious effort to do and go down that rabbit hole. What he did shows a lack of going in and fixing your line.
He woke up Sunday morning and made 4 fucking moves. Not one of them was to take out 2 fucking cornerbacks that was on the bye when your championship is on the line.
Said made this year. I give you this year. Yes.
Is that not tanking? So who's the worst owner in the fucking league?
This year.
Who's the worst owner in the fucking league?
You can yell and scream it all you want. At the end of the day,
who's worse than Said?
I think Wilson is.
Why?
Because he finished more times in last place than anybody in the league.
Okay.
He finished more times last place than anybody in the league. He finished 16th 3 separate times.
Okay. But you telling me what
he's made the playoffs 1 time in the last 8 years. That's what I'm saying.
What Said did it was that's a nothing burger.
I'll split the difference with you.
I don't split the difference.
You can argue with me. This year was Said the worst league.
That is terrible.
Okay.
The worst owner in the fucking league.
Your opinion. Now, can we
the
move
worst
on?
owner?
Talking about the rest of the losers.
Nah. Let's talk about how Said is the worst owner in the fucking league.
We finna argue.
It said
First
the
10
worst
years
owner in the
on
fucking league.
said when we talk, we got playoff teams to talk about. You want to go through the losers? Go through them.
I want to finish this debate right now.
I've already gave my opinion.
The worst owner in the fucking league, and the only reason you won't admit that is because he's your fucking friend, and you need allies because all you do is alienate people, like you
Really?
did Brian.
No, I didn't. And again, you want to come back to Brian? This is
All
what
you
I'm
did
coming
was
back to.
alienate
So I
people,
did that.
like you did
I
Brian.
didn't go and rally no votes. All I did was vote.
Brian knows you alienate people. That's why he don't fuck with you.
Brian know what think of. Man, listen,
Why he don't
all
fuck
that
with you.
bullshit out there.
Brian,
Today, fucked
Brian
up.
would love to do. Brian would love to do get to know the owners, but you know why he don't? Because you fucked him over.
No, Brian doesn't want it. He wanted a special.
You fucked him over.
You asking? I'm telling you. You gonna sit up and make speculation? I'm gonna give you actual facts because I got actual text to show. He wanted a special get to know the owner because he came in second place. His get to know the owner should have been towards, huh?
It should have been.
I know you was gonna take it. This is the bullshit people. This is the bullshit people because at the end of the day, he want to look me dead in my eye, look in the camera eye, and tell the people that I'm lying. Did you or did you not say that was some dumbass shit when me and you?
I don't remember saying it was.
You don't remember that? All right, I got
you said it was dumbass shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Don't try to turn
No,
your words into my words.
I got it. I got your word.
I ain't give a fuck.
I know. Now you ain't give a fuck. Now you give, but now
you care about the order of what's the owner. If he wanted to do it last, then let him do it last. And don't get it. I don't give a fuck about the order. But it was hurting your ego so bad that he wanted to dictate when he went. That you was like,
and I told him the same motherfucking thing. You don't dictate shit.
Anyway, I'm the bad over here.
Okay.
Now we didn't get to the whole league had to suffer
because he wanted to be a little girl about it.
No, because your ego.
Oh, my ego. That's fine. You can put that shit. This is the thing, y'all.
No ego.
Roy, we just talked about this earlier. Roy is a great
player. About anything.
Roy is
he talk about anything. Did we talk about you wearing that gay shirt?
I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so are you gonna move on to the?
We're trying to control the narrative of Roy do this, Roy do that. Because if Roy was such a great manipulator, if Roy was a great manipulator, you wouldn't have had
motherfucking ass
a gay shirt that says, I want to have sex with men.
Larry, go fuck yourself is what I say. Yeah.
I want to have sex with men.
That's fine.
Inviting shirt.
Yeah.
Wear it out in public. We give each other the head nod. Like, I know that.
You're an asshole.
In the bathroom if you got 5 minutes.
Whatever. Hey, if you do 5 minutes, that's on you.
5 minutes.
That nigga. So.
The stall is wide open. I'm talking about let's go.
So where we going? So you want to talk about views on bully foot?
But all of a sudden, you got the bubble guts.
You was on bully foot.
We can go into the family one. They'll do a lot. Anyway, let's start from the top. Said New York City Matrix is the worst owner in this fucking league. If you got a chance to play him next year, that's an easy goddamn win. Number 2, in the same division, let's go with Bullyfoot. He's going to be back next year. He's going to make some good moves. Can't wait to see how Bullyfoot looks next year. You got anything to say?
I agree. Bullyfoot has a chance to come back strong.
All right, let's go to my guy.
I will say nobody's had a bigger drop from number 1 to the next year.
That's unnecessary. My guy, Black Republic. He's gonna he definitely He'll have the number 1 pick next year after going 1-13.
Mm-hmm.
He also has the number 6 pick. So we gonna see what he does with those picks and if he can turn this team around. He said he will be winning the North next year. That was his words. He said Brandon reign as the North champion is over.
Mm-hmm. She did say that. I think the number 1 pick is a lock. It's easy pickings, nothing like that. But after that, dude is as I said before, one playoff game in the last 8 years.
We don't need his
Place.
history. What
Yo,
you
I
got?
let you have your shit. I don't get no fucks. I will mute your motherfucking ass.
Mute me. You got to mute me
So
6
with that
times this
being
time.
said,
You just
he
say
has finished last place 3 times in this league. And at the end of the day, nobody else has done that. So I hope you can turn it around because ain't no place to go but up.
anyway. It's like you like a fucking broken record. I got these stats that I got to get out every time, and I'm gonna say them every
I don't
time.
give no fucks.
Gay as hell. That's that
You
shirt. That
pay the
shirt
cost
is
to be the
making
boss.
you. Shirt.
You pay the cost to be the boss. That's why you the co-host,
Like,
nigga.
"Ugh, I just got out the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, feels so
You know
good.
about that shit, don't you? Out there on the road.
Oh no, you look at you. Look how you holding that cup like somebody just exited. Do it
Okay.
again. Do it. Take another drink. Let's see. Let's see the exit drink. Come on.
You are a fucking ass.
Anyway,
Get to me,
Brandon,
Brandon.
I'm expecting you to have a much better year next year. Let me see. Now, you don't play the South. Y'all don't play the South next year. I just said that. So you won't be able to get any revenge on World Boss unless you see him in the playoffs. But I am expecting you to have a big time season next year. Uh, Chase Pickens, uh, Montgomery. I don't know how that MCL. I don't know the recovery time on the MCL. So we'll see with him. Uh, you're gonna need your running back. You got 2 picks in the first round. Chivo pick is number 11. Still got my pick as to be determined. So got 2 picks in the first round. Uh, you also got my second round pick, which should be somewhat high. We'll see again, to be determined, but it should be higher than Big Lawrence just lost. And I think we said he had 22.
Yeah.
So it should be higher. It should be somewhere between 17 and 21. It'll be higher than Big Lawrence pick. So let's move out to the West. Everybody's dead except for Hurricane Walker. So let's start with Missouri Kings. Great season, Missouri Kings. We expecting more the same next year. You're gonna have to make some little tinkers here and there, but we're expecting more the same from you next year. Great season. I'm very proud of Missouri Kings. Came from the mud and he worked his ass off to get to the playoffs. I'm very proud of that guy. That is a true fantasy football player. I'm proud of you, Missouri Kings.
Missouri Kings. Listen, you guys had a great season. You left from the East, went to the West. Your record would have been different had you stayed in the East, but you went to the West. You made your first playoffs, and I fucks with that. Shout out to you. Uh, I wish you the best out there. I'm not
There
gonna
you
call
go.
you a
There you
tard.
go. There you go. There you go. Let's go to the Grunk, baby.
Fuck you.
I'm so proud of you for giving him props without throwing shade. The Grunk started off on 4, got to the playoffs,
Yep.
went up
Easy.
against went up against the number 1 seed, couldn't get it done. But you had a great season.
Did what he said he was gonna set out to do. Said he was gonna do it.
Yeah, you started off on 4, said you wanted to make the playoffs, you didn't want to tank. Give you props for that. Big prop. Um, I didn't like a lot of trades you did this year. Not just the Bowers trade, but it was also some other trade. I'm be honest with you. I didn't like the Nico trade. but I understood it because you got Corum. I didn't like Maury Rico Dotto trade, but I understand that you was trying to make playoffs. You trying to make a move. So I didn't like your trade. I loved your trades last year. And last year you went 9-5 after you did them trades. This year I really wasn't feeling your trades, but you still got it done. You still made history as an 0-14, coming back to win 8 games. Great season. I think you got the 8th and the 9th pick next year. We're expecting big things. Be careful if you do make any trades. Make sure you get good compensation.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like your trades this year.
Shout out to the Gronk. You made history. Hopefully you can come back and do something different. But you faced the number one team in all the land, and that's what you get when you get to the AC. So, but you was the first one in your division to clinch your playoff spot. So do your thing. See you next year. Maybe we do some off-season business.
El Patron team continues to let him down. I think El Patron is doing a good job, but the team overall is letting them down with injuries and stuff like that. You'll have the top 5 pick, and you'll have the 12th pick because you got Brandon's pick. So you'll have 5 and 12. Hopefully, you could do a little something. Hope for a better year out of Harrison Jr. You know, him and his quarterback are not on the same page, but he's a great talent, so they'll figure it out.
I believe I'm hearing rumors throughout the fantasy football stratosphere that AR-15 and a couple of more players are going to be on the block this offseason. So if you're interested, get at El Patron. But El Patron, yeah, the injuries and your team has really let you down. So I see more of the same next year. So we're going to see what's popping.
Go to the South. Start off with U-City Lions.
The U-City Lions. Shout out to the Lions.
City Lions got fucked over by the league. Let's put that out there. It's not hide the elephant in the room. He was his shirt. Anyway, you got fucked over by the league. They vetoed your trade. Listen, let's be completely clear. If that trade goes down, you still lose week 14.
You do.
You still lose
round 1.
You still lose week 13 against Lennox. And you lose week 14 against me. I scored 300 points. You would have, let's say, you scored 240. But let's just give you your 240 plus an extra 30, and you still lose. I fucked you up. I own your ass. Okay? You did beat me in the playoffs last year, but I own your ass, Brian. Like 5 games in a row in the regular season. I own you in the regular season. You can say, oh, but you can't beat me in the playoffs. And until I beat your ass, that is absolutely true. But in the regular season, I fucked you up, and you won't be making the playoffs because you couldn't beat the South teams to get to motherfucking 8-6. So even if you'd have had that trade, I was still whooping that ass because that's what I do, and I see motherfucking U-City Lions on my schedule. Now,
that's him smacking your ass.
This cat right here fucked you over.
No, it was the league. You had it right.
We know that
to
be a fact. No, we know that to be a fact. So, you know what I'm saying?
Brian, I say it all the time. Bring it in. Look at me.
Don't get too close, Brian. You see the shirt.
I'm saying to you, you've been saved more times than anybody in this motherfucking league. You didn't have the goods this year. You ended up being one of the worst teams in the league. And at the end of the day, I think you go out there and do some cool things next year. Hopefully you make the playoffs. But your niggas are getting a little older. You did get a few young niggas, but you don't have a future. You mortgaged that. For me, with Kamara. You won. Shout out to you. The battle. I'm on my way to the second. I'm on my way. I'm in the second round. You beat me.
Now
I'm
that was
going to
I
beat you
know
too.
y'all say. I know I'm not the only one watching him go through that.
You can see that shit.
Go
Moving on.
ahead. I'm just saying because I
I'm
want them to
done.
be as
I'm
they
done.
watch. Look.
I'm done. Moving on.
I know
Shout out
y'all
to
watch.
Rhino.
I know I'm not the only one saying this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chibo Burgers, my friend.
Fucking burger.
Chibo Burgers. I want to say this, Chibo.
Norm.
You got a good team, Chibo. And I want to let you know right here, right now.
Here it comes.
It's fucked up, Chibo.
Here it comes.
I want to let you know it's fucked up that this rankings crew has this storyline out about you being, saying overrated, you can't get it done. But guess what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's fucked up, but it's a great storyline. And it's gonna continue until you beat it. So we bringing the storyline back next year, Chivo. You my guy, and I love you. And it's a shitty storyline. It's fucked up. It's mean. It's an
Mean
awful
spirited.
storyline. It is. It's fucked up. It's like you can't get shit done. Like you did. You stopped the perfect season, but then you failed at everything else. So it's like fuck that. Let's focus on everything else you failed on. It's a fucked up storyline, but it's a great storyline. And the league and the world loves the storyline. They rooting for you, champ. Even though you can't
Oh,
get it
you
done.
bastard.
You can't get it done. They rooting for you. So this is what we gonna do. Because you continue. This is 4 years running, and you continue to fail. So what we gonna do is we gonna add another wrinkle to the thing.
Oh, please tell me. This should get
AL
real fucking good.
AAFL championship. If you can get that. Or team of the year, bragging rights, scoring title. That's 4. Can't do that. Win a playoff game or win a division. That's 6. And we're gonna add one more. Finish top 2 in the South. You've never finished top 2 in the South. You finished.
Wow, you are
It's not.
you ain't
We don't. The point of the whole exercise is to do something he ain't done. He's been in the South for 4 seasons and has finished 3rd or lower all 4 seasons. Now, to his credit, he except for 2021, he's had the same record as the second place team every year. This year, last year, and in 2022. All had the same record, but he was 3rd off the tiebreakers. He earned 3rd. He's had never earned 2. So if you can earn 2, this whole storyline goes away. But until then, until you do one of the 7 now, hopefully we don't have to add 8. But until you do one of the 7, this is a storyline. It's not going away until you win. Rankings Crew 1. Chibo Burgers, actually, let's be honest. Chibo Burgers has kicked the Rankings Crew ass in 2018 when we ranked them 16, and they end up being the all-time one of the most dominant teams of all time.
prolific scores.
And then we went after them the year they looked like they was gonna not make the playoffs. I think it was 2022. They looked like they was not gonna make the playoffs. They came in the room, said, "We proclaiming we gonna make the playoffs," and they
Oh,
actually
and he
did.
made that monster run.
He actually did.
He
So
made a monster run. I remember that.
he told like Rankins Crew ain't finna shit on you. Gbo 2, Rankins Crew 1. But if we come back next year and you can't do one of the 7, it's gonna be tied up, baby. Best of 7. best of 7. All you gotta do is one of the 7. Other than that, man, Chibo got a good team. He get Rice back. Look, if Chibo had Rasheed Rice in that lineup this year, Chibo might have, you know what I'm saying? That Rasheed Rice injury really hurt. But he got a good squad. We'll see you next year, Chibo.
Chibo, you play anyone else this week, you sitting in either one of our spots. It just didn't land right for you. 273.8 in a
Because he
loss.
was 6 seed. He earned the 6 seed. That's what happened.
You're right. A lot of what he says is correct. So you got a good squad. You can come out here next year and try to get one of the 7 things to get this motherfucker off your ass.
You know it's legit. It's just Chibo's a nice guy, but it's legit. And if it was any other person that you didn't like, you'd be in their shit because oh Lennox, this your first playoff win in 5 years. It's the same fucking thing with
It is.
Chibo. It's just Chibo ain't got it done.
No.
All right, let's go to the East. Cheese the Don.
He's the Don.
My guy. Cheese the
You're
Don.
not his guy. It's not gonna be well for you.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Cheese the Don, and I just want to let Cheese the Don know. I hope you continue to keep building. I am very proud of Cheese the Don because he didn't crash out. He has been known to crash out.
Rad
Uh,
out.
Want to see how he does this off season. I've never seen him in a back-to-back off season. I'm excited to see what Cheese the Don do. I think Cheese the Don got a good team. Caught some bad breaks this year.
Very bad.
But I think he got a good team. He finished 5th in scoring. Just like could have been 4th by like 2 points or something like that.
2
Yeah,
points.
like 2 points. So I'm excited to see what Cheese the Don do. Got nothing negative to say about Cheese the Don.
Wow. All right,
Oh,
Chief Don, I'm gonna say I'm proud of you. You broke your 5-9 curse. You are now Mr. 7-7. Your first non-losing season. This is your first non-losing season. Shout out to you. You have a great chance to build on the foundation you already got. You have a great team, and it's going to be scary next year. And luckily for you, you don't face the South next year, but you'll still have me. So shout out to you for your non-losing season, my dude.
a lot of shade thrown there. Oh, Sparks Bucks. Another team I'm excited to see
Or hate.
next year. Think he got a nice young squad, good core. I've been hearing some rumors he trying to move up in the draft. Been hearing some rumors. It'll be interesting to see, but I think he got a good team. I don't know exactly. I think his team is young, and that's always my beef with rookies. You never know who's going to be instant impact or who's going to be. It's going to take them a couple years. Like Smith and Jigma, I think is finally to the point where you can trust him. Um, Flowers, not so much, but he's close. And then he's got
Tracy,
Brian Tracy.
Worsley.
You can't trust Tracy just yet, but he's close. Like I said, so I think listen, he been drafting really good since he came back to the league. He's had some of the best quiet drafts.
JSN, Brian Robinson Jr., Xavier Worsley, just to
I
name.
ain't traded for Brian Robinson.
Oh, sorry. My bad, John. But yeah, he drafted Zay, didn't he?
Yeah, he drafted Zay, drafted Stroud. That was his
Worsley,
first draft.
JSN.
Stroud, Zay, and Igma. There's some good trade. Um, unless you got something else to say, we can move on to the new north side of FFC.
Lord hate, the only thing I got to say is if you're going to be consistent with your video, be consistent or don't send that shit at all.
All right. FFC.
Chuck ball.
You got a long way ahead of you. A long way. I think you'll be drafted first next year. But I do think you got a long way. I think he said in the room his number one goal is to get him a RB1. So if anybody's looking to trade for RB1, he might be your guy.
I heard
Like
that.
I think Chuck. I think listen. I think Chuck. It's gonna be some good uh running backs in the draft, but I think Chuck can be bought. That's just me. My personal opinion. I think Chuck can be bought. Now, when I say that, I don't think it's gonna be cheap. It might cost you 3 good players just to get the number 2 pick. Is it worth it? I don't know. How your team built? But I think Chuck can be bought. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I listen, if I wanted that number 1 pick, I think I can give Chuck 2 good running backs, and listen, it's costly. But if
Mhm.
I think I can give Chuck 2 good running backs and a wide receiver, and he give me that number 2 overall pick. Now, when I say 2 good running backs, I'm talking like maybe A Chain,
And a Pollard,
Kenneth
something like
Walker,
that.
A
Kenneth Walker.
Chain, Kenneth
This
Walker,
this
and
nigga over
Watt.
here.
No, I'm just saying it might cost like for me to get the number 2 pick, it would probably cost me A Chain, Kenneth Walker, and Watt. Am I willing to pay that? I don't know. I don't know. It depends on who the number 2 pick is and who and where they land. But here's the thing. Here's the tricky part. You got players like Brian in the league. Brian could easily offer a boatload of proven players and say, I'm not gonna wait till after the draft. I'm gonna secure the number 2 pick as soon as the league resets. Now, a person like myself would be like, I don't want number 2 if I'm not sure the players that I like gonna land
Mm.
correctly because that matters. If they don't land correctly, it matters, and it depends on how long you gotta wait. Like, what's his fucking name? The boy who landed in Arizona,
Harris
Benson.
Street? Oh, Benson,
Trey
Benson.
Benson. Trey Benson lands if Trey Benson lands in Dallas, if Trey
Mm-hmm.
Benson lands in New York,
New York.
Trey Benson is probably he looking like
Yeah.
somebody who
Las
probably should have been
Vegas.
a top 3 pick, but he landed in Arizona
Mhm.
and only motivated the guy that was there to play even better. So that's the tricky part. Do you want to go out on a limb for number 2 before the draft, not knowing if like he was like, oh,
Your
I'll
guy
go out.
laying right.
Yeah, like you thinking, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go after Travis Hunter. But what if the team that draft Travis Hunter prioritizes him as a cornerback more like, hey, we gonna work you as a cornerback, but we gonna give you plays as a wide receiver.
Here and there.
So then it's like, ugh, I can't take him number 2. So that's my thing. If you want to pick, you might have to get it early and go out on a limb. But like I say, it's teams like Chibo Burgers who got enough players that they could do it. The U City Lions, if they want number 2, they might can put together a package to get number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it ain't many teams, but it's some teams. It's some teams they willing to offer. Because I'm telling, I believe. Now I'm not saying. Listen, Chuck might have completely different things. I can't speak for Chuck. I just believe from my dealings with him in the past, way he did his fire sale, he willing to listen. It won't be public. It'll be back line. That's how he do business. And if you want to do business with him, you gotta do it the way he want it done. But if you go
That's
back line, speak to the man, I think he could be bought.
a lot of times I be out here thinking as he be putting his little spills out there. I'm like, this is just him planting the seed to get you fucking idiots to do what to dismantle y'all team and all of this good shit. But this time he's actually right. Everything he's actually said is 100% correct. And Chuck could be bought, but it's gonna cost you. He ain't cheap. He ain't no little fling thing. He's a old school, grimy, gritty owner. You got to go talk to him.
And that's it. I'm ready for the playoffs. We gave y'all some love that didn't make it, but now it's time for the show.
Listen, we have the number one versus the number five,
There's the number 5,
the number two versus the number four,
number 3.
number three. Man, I want to start with you on World Boss. You and
So
World Boss. I'm not even going to get deep into the numbers. 257, 232 projections. These playoffs has been crazy. World Boss wins one more championship. He gets it named after him. You win one more championship. We got to hear
that's
about
it.
y'all here. And you will cap off the greatest single season in AAFL history. I think this Penix bullshit is for looks and bullshit. I'm not. This nigga, you got Caleb Williams on the other side. This shit is wild to me. Y'all
Look, Caleb
finna go
Williams
neck to
to
neck.
start. I made up my mind. Caleb Williams is driving the bus home. If we win a championship,
Heard it here first, folks.
it's gonna be because Caleb Williams driving the bus. I'm not messing with Mahomes and his ankle, and his two opponents is Houston and Pittsburgh. He's out. Caleb Williams' two opponents is Detroit, who he scored 30 against last time they played him. It was in Detroit. They'll be playing in Chicago this time. And then his next opponent is who's his next opponent? Caleb Williams' next opponent is Seattle at home. So he got his next 2 games at home. It's what we're going with. This is what we're going with. And if it backfires on us, we'll eat it. But listen, Mahomes has been he's top. He's ranked 10. Caleb's ranked 16. The difference between Mahomes and Caleb every week, Mahomes has been better. But sometimes, most times, Caleb's right there, 5, 6 points. So we don't lean on the rest of the team to help us out with Caleb. As long as Caleb don't have a complete dud, I think we can do it.
Bijan at New York versus Barkley at Washington. Now, Barkley, you think he gets? You think he breaks the record?
I don't know. It's tough. There's only 3 games left, and he needs about
One
400 yards. It's gonna
and
be
how
tough.
many touchdowns?
We'll
Three.
see. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I don't think think the touchdown leader is still Henry with 13.
Okay.
He's got 11, I think. It's gonna be tough for Barkley to do it. But
He made a
we'll
good.
see. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. This Washington game, I think they're gonna lean on him. I haven't heard much about AJ Brown playing or not. I know Smith didn't practice today either, or did he? It was, I thought I seen he didn't practice. But either way, they probably gonna lean on Barkley against Washington. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping for a big game. I'm needing a big game out of Barkley. I usually have. I don't want to jinx myself, but I usually have a player or two step up, and it's been in a nice little rotation. So last week it was Brown and CeeDee Lamb. The week before that, I
So
think it was Cup and A Chain. Well, A Chain's been pretty consistent since Tua's been back. So we'll see. I think it was Kittle last week and Garendo. Yeah, the 2 weeks before it was Kittle and Garendo who stepped up. So I need my guys to step it up.
CD Lamb and Garendo, they questionable. How you feel about that?
Well, CD's been questionable all year, and he plays on Sunday, so I'm not worried about CD. Garendo was questionable and played in that Rams game. He has 10 days off. The Niners understand. they gotta keep him right. So to give him a little rest day here and there, I'm not worrying about it. Like I said, he played the full game Thursday, had 10 days off. Uh, just a little maintenance. It's the end of the year. I'm expecting a big game out of him. You know what I'm saying?
I
He playing for his career life because he could be the man next year, even with old boy coming back.
his name's Mason. I was initially
Nason's not a threat.
yeah,
We more so thinking about CMC.
CMC's career is over. Now I
It's
initially
not over. He could possibly be Garindo's backup.
could
Mason
be
Mason's third string.
Um, I was initially concerned with Mike Evans against Dallas, but then I saw St. Brown against Chicago. I think St. Brown, Chicago has a little bit tougher D, but I think St. Brown can get his money still against that Chicago D. So Mike Evans going up against Dallas.
Yeah, Mike Evans is a beast. Listen, man, listen. Here's the thing with Mike Evans. You never know when it's coming. You hope it, and this has always been my thing with Leonard's team. They can always go off.
Yeah.
We know that. You just never know when it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, so far, I'm gonna be honest with you. So far, I played Mike twice this year. I ain't got lucky both times. Last time I played him, I got super lucky because
He went out in that second quarter. Was that
no
that?
Jettas didn't go off,
Uh,
and Bijan was on a bye. Uh, we not expecting him to start Penix, but that Philly defense versus Washington, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it is a advantage us, advantage me because especially that Philly cornerback, them Philly cornerbacks has been getting all the rave. They need this game because the Vikings are 12-2, the Lions are 12-2, Philly's 12-2.
they
The
can't even
big
sit the starters.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is if it's a blowout, will they get some? I don't. I think Philly's gonna win the game. It's just how's they gonna play JD and McLaurin.
I think
How tough they gonna play 'em.
the Philly defense is gonna get their money. But I got enough faith in JD. I think he can still get his money. But I think the difference is gonna be how many sacks does he take, and those things are gonna add up. And it's gonna be a 2, 3, 5 point difference in this game. And those 2, 3 sacks that you're gonna get from Philly's defense may be the difference. You know,
They
that
play
one pick, you can
fast.
go out there and throw for 289, 315, and still have a pick or two because the defense gonna get their money.
Well, he has thrown for 300 since they played uh Chicago in week 8. When they played Philly, it was in Philly, 191 touchdown and a pick, 14 points overall. Philly defense is real good. Now they playing in
Yeah.
Washington this time. So
It's
Philly
cold in
defense is
Washington. It's
real
cold,
good. Yeah, Philly defense is real good though. So
and they
I'm
travel.
not expecting I'm expecting him to have a tough time. I'm expecting, but I mean, of course, I'm biased. But Philly defense is good, so to expect him to have a tough game is normal. Now he could shock us. Here, personally, this is what I think. This is what I think. We both got guys going Thursday. I got a punter going Thursday, the number 3 punter in the league.
Mhm.
Playing against the Chargers defense. Let me see. He still got the Chargers defense in right now. Yeah. He said in the room he gonna stick with the Chargers defense. He thought about going with somebody else. Um, so I got my punter going. Of course, I'm being optimistic. I'd love to get somewhere between 10 and 15 points from him.
Whoa, that's
That's
real.
not. That's
Out of,
realistic.
out of sorts, but it's real optimistic. I dig it.
I would say the number 3 punter he averaging 10 points. It's not. I said 10 to 15 points. He can drop a few inside the 30. I mean, inside the 10. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers defense, if they on their shit, they're gonna make Denver punt it a few times, more than a few.
You know, Sean Payton like to go for it a little bit, but
And
I see your logic.
it's in LA. So good conditions. He can
Rookie got to deal with the crowd noise. I fucks with it.
he can drop that into the yeah, it could be a nasty game. Both are more defensive minded teams. So 10 to 15 points is not crazy. He's gonna have the opportunities, I think.
We almost
Uh
offense though.
so
Mhm.
I think here's what I think. If his kicker goes off or his defense goes off, because it's a defensive slobber knocker, or Denver's defense holds but lets them get inside his kicker's range, and it's just a kick fest.
And he can
I
hit
think,
four easily. I've
I
seen.
think, yeah, I think if that happens, he's got his kicker going Thursday, his defense going Thursday, and I believe, and Quinn Johnson going Thursday.
I was going to
So,
be my next thing.
so Quinn Johnson kicker, they have good games, and then on Saturday, Will Anderson going against the Chiefs at 1 o'clock. If he has a good game against the Chiefs and they O line suck, that's another reason why I'm not starting Mahomes. 'Cause that O line is not great, and Houston defense is really good. So if they have a good game, and like let's say his projection, like right now his projection with Penix in the lineup is 232. Lennox is the type. If he look up on Sunday morning, his projection is 250, 260, and my projection is not. It's 257 right now. But let's say my guy Houston don't defense don't hit and it drop, Lennox will start Penix just to fuck with everybody.
Mm. I mean,
So,
that's the weird thing. Penix has not thrown a ball. We ain't seen shit from dude, but we'll see. This
but
is
the
one that
Giants, the
almost done with
Penix
this.
is a high prospect, and the Giants are one of the worst defenses in the league.
I'm 100% with that. But we seen stranger shit happen. We just Quentin Johnson.
Gotta be a man. You gotta be a man when it comes to this game sometimes. You can't just be like, I'm gonna wait and see. No, you gotta be a man sometimes. And Lennox might be on his man shit. You might not understand that, judging by
He
that
might
shirt
not.
you got
He
on.
might not. Like you said,
Judging by that shirt you got on, you don't look like a guy who
against
would.
Denver's defense.
Oh, here we go.
And Cooper Cup got you a goose egg last week. The Jets are not a shitty defense, but they're not grand either. But Quentin Johnson going up against Denver's defense, that's a feather in your hat. That's a plus for you.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Quentin Johnson. Listen, Quentin Johnson's a touchdown making machine.
This is the same argument that Brian had with that one running back from Baltimore. They was trying to say he had 8 touchdowns. He catches 50% of his balls.
He's got 8 touchdowns.
Okay. And he has less than, hold on. He has 8 touchdowns and less than 500 yards.
Okay.
And he has a 50% catch rate.
He got 8 touchdowns.
Against them, all I'm saying is that's a feather in your hat, Quentin Johnson against Denver. I know you don't want to shit on your boot.
Quentin
Cooper
Johnson.
Cup got you a goose egg last week. I don't see that happening
Oh,
again.
so you don't want to talk. So you just want to shit on Quentin Johnson and move on.
It's nothing. I'm not making nothing up.
So you don't think Quentin Johnson is a threat at all?
No.
Why not?
Quentin Johnson at best 10 points that he's been averaging all year, I'm sure.
He had last 2 weeks 16.9,
What's his average?
18.
Don't worry about it, I'll tell you.
His average is 11.9. But I'm telling you what he'd have done the last two weeks.
Mm-hmm.
10 receptions.
Last week he was 5 for 10. That's a 50% catch rate.
How many points did he have?
Well, I don't know what, 12? Less than Ladd? 18, was it? It was less than Ladd. I know that.
So that's what you worried about your guy beating his guy.
I'm just saying.
This is why people call you out, because
You
this
call
ain't
me
even.
out all you want. I
No,
said it was a feather in your hat.
This is why people call you out. We trying to talk, and first thing I ask you is how many points he got, and you go less than Ladd. What the fuck? Who was fucking talking about Ladd McConkey? How did Ladd McConkey get in this
I
conversation?
brought him up.
Why?
Because I can.
Because you a hater. Because you a hater.
I'm not a hater. The nigga
You're not a fair and balanced guy. No. Be quiet for a second. Be quiet for a second. You're not a fair and balanced guy. You're a fucking hater. Because Ladd don't deserve to be in this conversation. We're going to talk about Ladd in the next one. And I guarantee you, guess what? I won't bring up fucking Quentin Johnston.
Mr. Less than 500
because we're talking about fucking Ladd. Or we talking about the same.
I'm saying
this is why you a fucking hater.
I don't never have a problem giving niggas they props. I do it on this show all the time. I give
no. This is why you a hater. Because
I'm a hater, but I give niggas they props.
If you want to shit on Quentin Johnston, that's fine. But you brought Ladd in here because it's some personal shit. It's some hater shit. You want to be like, oh, Ladd is better than Quentin Johnston because I picked Ladd. This, that, and that. That's why you wearing that fucking shirt, because you gay.
The shirt, that's fine. But at the end of the day, he got less than 500 yards again with his bopping ass.
He got 8
ass.
He got 8 touchdowns.
Okay. Cool.
He scored 18 points last week.
18, yes.
Okay.
All right. After that, Booty and Garindo. Garindo might play. You say they rest him 10 games west. Booty going up against Buffalo. He not going to get his money off. Where you going? You going with Team Commish?
Of course. Why would I pick against myself in the playoffs? Just like I'm sure every team in the playoffs is picking themselves to win. So, yes, I'm picking myself to win. And I'm thinking we're going to need at least 260 to win, if not more. I'm thinking, we're gonna need a big game. He got Booty starting, but we'll see. Well, I was gonna say Kenneth Walker didn't practice today. Zach Charbonnet didn't practice either. He's got some oblique stuff going on. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Now it's a Monday game, but keep an eye out on Kendrick Miller. You know what I'm saying? If he gets the right reports, I think he'll take Butte out and put Kendra Miller in if he get the right reports he's looking for. Here's what to wrap this up for me. To wrap this up, I'm hoping we have everything wrapped up. This is just me. Sure, Lennox got his own thing, but I'm hoping we have everything wrapped up by Sunday night. But if not, I don't know who.
Show.
Let me see. Who does Lennox got going? Let me check. I'm sorry. I should have done this because I know who I got. But yeah. So Lennox don't got nobody unless he puts Miller in. He got nobody going Monday.
And everybody should be done by 3 o'clock. He got one.
I have Monday. I got 3 guys going, but they all on defense. 2 cornerbacks and a defensive end. So let's say best case scenario, 25 to 30 points. That's best case. So if I'm down more than 30 at Sunday night, it might be over. Now, if it's close or he up 10 points, like I said, I got 2 cornerbacks, 2 good cornerbacks. These boys, if you go look at these cornerbacks, these boys been putting in work. I got Nixon,
number 10.
Yeah, his last 3 games, I got an 8, 14, and a 10. And then I got this cat from
New Orleans
who took over because of some injuries. And his last 3 games, 13, 11, and 12. So he took over. Listen, one thing about them New Orleans cornerbacks, it didn't matter who it is, they always score. I think it was Taylor and one guy got hurt. Sean had him.
Oh yeah.
Taylor. No, you got Taylor.
Yes, I do.
He had the other. Sean had the other guy. He was clowning. Uh, so for real football, they ass. But for fantasy, these cats get a lot of tackles. They get a lot of tackles. So, uh, and then I got Granderson going Monday night. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I hope I'm up. I hope I'm up, and Monday night is just a formality, but we shall see. I got Team Commish going to the championship to face one of the two guys that we're going to talk about next.
I also have a Team Commish going out. Team Commish has again, they deserve every accolade there is. They are Team of the Year. They have the best ever, all the stats in the AFL, and they should go. They're going to go to the Super Bowl, and I think it's going to be a
Hype Bowl. We like to call it the Hype Bowl, not
I like
the
to
Super
call it the
Bowl.
Hype Bowl, people. It's going to be a rematch between what I'm calling the Ass Kickers and Team Commish for all the marbles. But we're going to move into Hurricane Walker
He
and
couldn't
that.
resist. He couldn't resist. So we already know what his analysis is because he couldn't resist telling y'all.
Telling them what?
Tell them what you think.
I mean, I think it's going to be a rematch. This is going to be for all the marbles, people. But, and I don't think it's going to be this. But if it is, whew, Walker and make it to the Hype Bowl, shit, that shit is crazy. Now, 237, 230. This is the tightest of the second round games. He actually went up 7 points. I don't know what he did, but it was 230, 230. Josh Allen, New England, Love, New Orleans.
what?
Jordan Love has New Orleans defense. Josh Allen has New.
Yeah.
I think Love and the Green Bay stack is going to act the donkey against New Orleans. You got Love, you got Jacobs. Reed is going to have him a crazy, crazy game. Mark my words, people. That
No,
stack,
no,
no?
no. Reed, man, you've been hyping up Reed. Look, Reed started off great. You've been hyping him up, and Reed been ass.
I said he do.
Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. These last month or so, Reed been ass as fuck.
Ass.
Why,
He got me a
why
goose
should
egg
we?
one time.
Why should we?
Why should we
Why
buy
should?
that?
Yeah.
New Orleans is not, they don't have one of the greatest defenses in the world. Jordan Love has had a less than stellar season on, but you had the injury week 1 and stuff like that. He really never came back and all that good jazz. Uh Jacobs has had, I would say, a career year, but he already won the scoring title once. So this is just, just more of the same for Josh Jacobs. Uh Smith. Smith is gonna have to step up against this Washington defense. Go
No,
ahead, man. Go ahead.
no, I mean, you throw in ridiculous extra stuff all the time. It's ridiculous.
Man, look. Jamar Gibbs against that Chicago defense. The thing of Gibbs gonna get his money, but Chicago's front forward is something else. If he could get past them, secondary trash.
No,
Uh,
Chicago is terrible against the run,
yeah.
and it's funny. It's funny. And see, this the funny shit that I talk about. All of a sudden, Chicago's front four, oh, they tough. That's because you going against Gibbs, so now they tough. But 2 weeks ago,
Hmm.
when Gorindo got his first start, oh, he going up against Chicago defense, so he probably gonna get off because they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So you was diminishing them motherfuckers to say if Gorindo have a good game, it's because he playing Chicago. But now all of a sudden, it's like, oh, Chicago got a good defensive line. Oh no, if he get past him, then he good. You see what I'm saying? That's that shit I be talking about with you, man.
I fucks
Why
with.
do you do that shit?
Listen, hey, you gotta in your mind. The shit gotta work in your mind first. That's what Ray Gibson said. You gotta in your mind. Yeah. James Cook against New England. I think they do their thing, but listen, Roma Duze, BTJ. BTJ going up against that Vegas secondary and them cornerbacks. BTJ gonna eat. BTJ gonna eat, and that worries me. Downs gonna eat against Tennessee if AR-15 act like he got some goddamn sense. Keon Coleman.
Downs gonna eat.
I'm sorry.
You say Downs gonna eat?
Yeah.
I don't know. Downs.
I mean, he can't throw the ball to himself, so it's got to be the quarterback fault.
No, he just since he got hurt, he ain't been.
Wow.
He hurt his little shoulder. No, did he hurt his shoulder?
He did.
Okay. How's he look since he hurt his shoulder?
How's he look since he had his shitty quarterback?
Before, when he had a shitty quarterback, he was scoring in the 20. I can go and look at his last
It's
week.
all right. I already know what's wrong with this.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Downs is a bad quarterback. I'm just saying he got hurt, and since he came back from the hurt shoulder, he been right.
True.
Okay, then. I mean, you want to blame everybody else. I'm just saying, since he came back from the injury, listen. Let me give a real breakdown because you giving this. I'm trying to pump up my team. That's fine. You can say you're gonna win. I'm not against you saying that, but these breakdowns you're giving is trash.
No, really?
It's trash.
Trash?
Yes. All right. First off, we do know Jacobs is gonna eat. I just checked the Green Bay weather. It's supposed to be around 32, a little snowy. We'll see if how that goes. I mean, Green Bay used to the snow, so you can expect something good out of them. They playing for something. They still got a chance. It's 3 games left. They ain't technically in the playoffs yet, so they haven't
They in
punched
the
their
hunt. They won.
they
They,
haven't punched their ticket. But I mean, to win the division, they'll probably end up third in that division when you got 2 teams that's 12-2, 3 games left.
you got
So
to agree that Reed got to step up this week. He has to.
I don't know if he got to. They playing New Orleans, and that's a tricky thing. They might try to get that win and get the fuck out of there because New Orleans is down a quarterback. They might be down a running back. It's a tricky game. I don't. It does. It's not a game. Look, Green Bay's gonna win this game, but for fantasy, it's tricky because
My guys
they
got
could
to go
just
off.
blow them. They could get in there and blow them out, and everybody eat, or they can get in there and blow them out and get everybody out for the weeks down the road. So that's a tricky game. But I don't think New Orleans gonna put up much of a fight. So it really just comes down if they don't put up much of a fight and everybody eat, or they don't put up much of a fight and we get in and get out. But I expect Reed to at least give you double digit points. Somewhere between 12 and 18.
I need 20.
I know what you
Long
want.
is
I know what you want. I know what you want.
a
I
scoring.
know what you want. I know what you want. But I'm saying 12 to 18. And here's the reason why I'm saying it. LaFleur likes to run the ball. It's just that's a given. He likes to run the ball. It's gonna be cold. He likes to run the ball. So, like Jacob's gonna get his money, but LaFleur gonna run that ball first. And it's a lot with Dobbs back, with Watson back. Love spreads the ball around. So if he ain't
Tucker
on,
Craft.
yeah, And then on the other side, we got Josh Allen and we got James Cook. Here's something I would say that is in favor of you and everybody. Last 2 weeks, Josh Allen's been going off, has been inside in domes. Supposed to be about 18 degrees in Buffalo. That kind of cold should slow everybody down a little bit. So that type of cold, New England playing, their defense is somewhat still respectable. They should slow them down. I don't expect these gaudy numbers from Allen outside in the cold these next couple weeks. Same with Gibbs outside in the cold in Chicago. Expect them to slow him down. We'll see how he does at the number one spot.
In December hit different.
Debo ain't the same. Schultz is trash. BTJ is a beast, but he's coming off a big game. And I know Josh Allen just did it, but it is hard to have a big game followed up by another big game. So what I'm saying, when I say big game, a 30-plus game followed up by another 30-plus game is tough. And we don't see it much in fantasy. I ain't saying it can't happen, but we don't see guys go on those type of runs like it ain't a rarity. So when I see a guy have a 30 something, like I say, and I'm gonna go back to my team because I know the numbers off the top of my head. Amara St. Brown had 42 last week, 43. I'm not expecting that again. I love it. I take it. I embrace it. I'm not expecting. I'm hoping to I seen Barkley had a bag and he had 10 points. So now I'm like, all right, now it's time to get him his money. Y'all let everybody else eat last game. Now it's time to let somebody else eat. Same thing with Mike Evans. Mike Evans had 43 last week. I'm expecting him to bring that back down. Give us 12 this week.
A Duze Dallas.
Now you got White. He's splitting time. They're going up against Dallas. So we got White. He's splitting time with Bucky Irvin. That could go either way. It could be a Bucky Irvin day. It could be a White day. But I like the fact that Bucky Irvin's in the mix. So Bucky Irvin can easily take over and White just play the background. Oh,
this team is.
it comes down to. Now, here's something I want to talk about yet before we go for our pick. Yo, boy. What the fuck is he doing? Hold on. I ain't see that. So he threw Henderson, man. Oh boy is trash. Anyway, I noticed he had Miami defense. I noticed today didn't wait. He put in the claim last night because it went through as part of the what's calling. He got Cincinnati defense. They playing the Browns. Browns starting a new quarterback. It's a good pickup. I mean, but that just shows now I'm in the playoffs. Oh shit, I won the playoffs. Let me get motherfucking engaged. Look at him. Front running ass nigga. Front running ass nigga. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I don't like and where I think he's trash. I don't like that safety. I get it, but I don't like him. Got a decent game against the Giants. He going up against Pittsburgh. He questionable. I ain't gonna say I don't like it, but I really don't like Grinko. Even though Grinko been clowning, I don't like him as like last week. Matter of fact, the last 2 weeks, Grinko had 1.8 and 3.5. He's a defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
You can for as good as he's played all year, you can eat that as a defensive end. But you can't eat those numbers as a fucking defensive player. So you fucking get Grinkle out of there, and you either put Landry on the bench, which you might not want to put Landry on the bench, or you put Henderson on the bench. Now Henderson ain't had no great games these last 3 weeks, so I'd put him on the bench. Why are you starting 3 defensive ends? You know why you start 3 defensive ends? For one,
To the second round.
you fucking lazy. He fucking lazy, and either he don't watch the show, which I doubt he do. I don't think for 1 second he doubt he, because I've been giving this motherfucking gems. I've been dissing his ass, but I've been giving him gems while I'm dissing you. Like, why the fuck are you listen, and I can guarantee you this. I can guarantee you this before I give him another gem. But I'm gonna guarantee you this. If I make it to the next round and he makes it to the next round, I won't give you shit when the show come on. I'm gonna be, oh, that's a good lineup. Even if I think it's the dumbest fucking shit in the world. Hey, what are you gonna do? Hey, let's go. Let's get it on. Anyway, back to his lineup. You move Ginkle into one of those defenses, either D lineman or defensive end. Then you go and get you a fucking another safety or another fucking linebacker to play defensive player. And so that's an advantage you. And another advantage you, Bowers, without his quarterback, Bowers is suspect, but Dalton Schultz. And honestly, I picked up Strange. Not because I wanted Strange. Brenton Strange from the Jaguars. Not because I wanted him. I picked him up just in case I meet this motherfucker in the finals. Not saying I believe he gonna make it, but if he did, that's a fucking. I don't need him going to. I can't outbid his ass because he got way more money than God right now. I couldn't outbid his ass. I couldn't outbid his ass. So I said, he's the type of motherfucker who ain't gonna take notice until the week of the what's called. He's not going for first. So Schultz is like, dude, I go. Ain't no way I put up with Schultz. He has. He didn't put up with him. Ain't no way I just continue to put up with Schultz when it's just better guys in free agency who scoring more. What he's like? Let me look. He had 3 points. I guess 2 weeks ago against Jaguars, he had 18 points, but that was the Jags. Outside of that, he ain't really done shit this year.
The
That
one
Jazz game was his only game.
the one thing I can say about my squad is half of my offense is mid. The rest of them they top tier, but half of my offense is mid. What's really been keeping me in games is my entire defense and my special teams. And as long as they continue to do their thing, I need my offense to really step up. This is
That's
a
a
need
hard. That's a hard sell though.
to get the offense to step up.
No, no,
What the
no, no.
defense?
Yeah,
My defense?
yeah,
Man, I got top defensive people all over the place.
exactly. But it's defense.
And we got to need. That's why I say I might need my offense to step up,
What you tell this and here's
especially for a team going off for
you're not
2-1.
listening. You're not listening. But expecting Benito to give you like the last 2 weeks he gave 16 points. You can't expect that from him. He had 2 touchdowns last 2 weeks. He's a defensive player. If that's part of your everyday thing, then you are gonna be upset because when he don't give you the touchdown, but has a normal game, 3 touchdowns, 3 tackles and a sack.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Eight,
5, 6.
points.
Well, I've seen it. I'm looking at some of his numbers against Carolina. He had
Back in the last since week 10.
3 total and if he gives you a normal high level game, but it ain't 16, it's 5. Are you fucked?
No, but
Because 5 ain't nothing to poo poo on.
mm-mm.
You leave out with a defensive end, he gave you 5 points. You can hold it ain't like you can hold your head high unless you living off 16 points.
Alontae Taylor.
Yeah, it is killing you to think he's not gonna have 16 points again. That shit is killing you. Like, dude, you don't talk like that.
You
Don't
don't
talk
talk
like
like that
that.
round here.
All
Listen,
right, it's gonna be a tough game against the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are gonna do some of the dumb shit like Jameis Winston did and the dumbass pass that Indianapolis made. Both of those was, I mean, they was great plays on his part, no doubt. But I don't think they gonna give you. I don't think the Chargers offense is gonna be that fucking reckless. That's what I'm saying.
it's gonna be a
Denver,
tie.
Denver defense has been, like I say, the last 2 weeks that they played 28-25. But can you, they didn't had 25 three times this year, 3 times so far. Uh,
Number one
oh,
defense in all the land.
they are the number one defense, number one scoring defense. Again, they going up against the Chargers.
Number two defense in all the land.
They going. My thing with the Chargers is the Chargers like to play conservative. They like to play conservative, so Denver can have a good defensive game, but if the Chargers, it's kind of like when I'm looking at some of their games, like when they played Pittsburgh. They
Mm-hmm.
played Pittsburgh, only gave up 13 points, got 2 sacks, but total points was 11. That is nothing to poo-poo about.
But it's not 25.
Exactly. So what I'm saying, when you say my defense special teams been saving me and my offense is mid, I'm saying, what if your defense don't have those big time games?
And my offense got to step up. One thing that I know I have in my favor, and I use it and I'm going to say it until there's no more. I have never not missed the podium.
That gotta do it. And that gotta do is play. You never play Hurricane Walk in the playoffs.
Nope.
Okay then. So
He a rookie to the dance.
he
I
don't
multiple
listen,
times.
and guess what? He
He
too
coming off
dumb.
291.
He too dumb to know what he don't know.
So you just gonna continue to shit on the man. Listen,
I'm not
we got
saying he
we,
don't know. Listen, he don't know your history. And he too dumb to know. That's what I'm trying to say. He don't know. He don't know. Oh, he's supposed to make the podium every time he gets here. He don't know that.
who you picking?
He is a threat to everybody.
He is a wild fucking car. He is a ticking time bomb.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Hurricane Walker's team.
Mm.
I like his players. Debo, Roma Duze, Schultz. But when his players go off, I like it. But I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm picking you to win because I don't like Hurricane Walker.
Wow.
I don't like, listen, unless he gets to the final against me and duds out, even with that, it's a small piece. Now, listen, I'm going to take my win. It's a small piece that don't even like him being second. Don't even listen. I'm not finna just poo-poo a championship away because he came in second. But I'm telling you, it's a small little piece that I hide away, not to piss off the guys or nothing like that. That I hide away. It was like, I don't even want this motherfucker to finish second. So I'm picking you solely on that reason alone.
Not on skill set. I
No,
fuck with that.
I like his team better, but I don't want to win kicking ass kickers. But if he got there, that's fine. Listen, I don't want no bad karma. I'm just saying, this just my pick. I don't like him. and I don't want him to be there. He don't deserve to be there. I know he beat Chibo and this and that, whooped Chibo's ass.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that could have been anybody. It could have been me. If somebody in the West had done their job right and he was the AC, could have been me. I think we had these conversations. That's one of my worst nightmares going up against a bum ass team, been bum all year, but they come out against you and have their greatest game ever. Poor Cheapo. Look back, cause I mean the dude didn't. It was Josh Allen and fucking Cook.
Yeah.
And I ain't finna rehash it because
And
we all know where Cook was supposed to be. We know where the roster Cook was supposed to be. But the Gibbs taking off because Gibbs wasn't having a good game in that game.
and
Oh
shit,
boy, he
David
got hurt.
Montgomery is injured. So
Yeah,
Gibbs gonna
Gibbs.
get all the carry.
We'll see. I mean, sometimes being at number one don't always go off just like you want. I mean, BTJ went fuck off. Who seen that coming, especially with Mac Jones? Who seen that coming with Mac Jones? Outside of that, he had some decent numbers. I mean, I ain't see, you know what I'm saying?
He almost scored 300. You can't shit on him.
I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying, if you look at the thing, look at, listen, I'm not saying Allen, Cook, Thomas and Gibbs is bums, but I'm just saying they all had great games. Now, if
If
you
one or
bring
two of his guys went down, I wouldn't be upset.
I don't like that. That's kind of gay. I can hear you saying, you know, they don't have a good game. This or that. But, like, why would you even put that out in the atmosphere? Without the point I was trying to make is I don't think Allen, Cook, BTJ all gonna have those big type of games that he had last week. And then if you look at except for McFadden, you picked up McFadden. I know you had McFadden a couple times. He
Mm.
picked up McFadden, and that motherfucker went off. 15 points from your linebacker. And I mean, that's the difference because McFadden, you go look at his numbers and McFadden.
18 and 15 the last couple of weeks.
That's probably why he picked him up because he had 18 the week before. Eh, Who they playing this week? Atlanta.
Mm.
Atlanta
Bijan.
like to run the ball. Bijan, they got new rookie quarterback. So McFadden might. Uh,
He
uh,
does.
yeah. I mean, I like his plays. I ain't gonna lie. I actually do. I've been waiting on his. He likes Sid, and that's why I don't like him too. He likes Sid. He don't drop no fucking. I done had my eye on that cornerback Torrin Johnson, just waiting on him to drop him for whatever reason.
He got
And
plenty of bench space because he don't pick nobody up either.
well, I'm just surprised y'all saved him. Oh, I understand why Brandon did it, but everybody else is like, good gracious.
Mm. Well,
Goodness gracious.
that
Shame on
has been
y'all.
the
Shame.
show, people.
Shame on
I am going to say this. We are going to look and see how this shit shake up when we get back here on Monday. But the way it's looking according to picks, it's a rematch 2020 for all the marbles.
see. We'll see. Listen, I think all these games gonna be tough. I think, it's gonna be starting tomorrow, it's gonna be a while with 4 or 5 days. Monday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we'll see, man. I'm hoping listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm hoping team commits come out and his players do good because World Boss is a 3,400 point score. We gonna have to score to beat World Boss. I know we outscored them the 2 times we played, but now we get the full team. He's hyped. We hyped. We gonna have to show him, and we gonna need some points to win this game. I don't think for 1 second he falling off. Now, it could happen. Could happen to me. Could happen to anybody. But I think we gonna need at least 260 to beat him. At least.
I think I'm gonna need on my end. I need everybody to have their best game. Everybody has to step up. There is no slacking. Everybody got to do their thing. These motherfuckers coming off of 291. So I look forward to seeing you in the Hype Bowl, Super Bowl. So but from me to you, you to yours, this has been a show of people. Round motherfucker 2 from my guy Roy. Take him out.
Y'all understand the only move that matters is the right move. Peace.
Peace.